This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Although Florida voters approved the expansion of medical marijuana for those with specific diseases, it does not apply to veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
According to the VA, between 15 to 30 out of every 100 veterans are affected by that illness. ABC7's Jacqueline Matter takes a look at the debate over whether vets should have access to cannabis in this special report.
When you think of post-traumatic stress disorder, veterans pop out right away because of the extreme trauma. So it's like post-traumatic stress on steroids for veterans.
Registered nurse Mary Lynn Mathery treats numerous veterans across the country suffering from PTSD. Her goal, to help them get back to a balanced, normal lifestyle. And she says medical marijuana plays a big role.
It gives me peace of mind. That's the best way I can explain it. It gives me peace of mind.
Vietnam veteran and parish resident Bob Jordan says cannabis is the only thing that helps suppress his nightmares.
I saw more than some and less than others. To this day, it's the most traumatic thing that ever happened to me. And I didn't realize for years and years and years how much it affected me until I got diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
In November, voters approved Amendment 2 to expand medical marijuana for a wide array of medical ailments. It passed overwhelmingly in both Manatee and Sarasota counties, but doesn't help veterans like Jordan. Lawmakers, including Congressman Vern Buchanan, voted no on the Veterans Equal Access Act in early 2015, which would allow the VA to participate in state marijuana programs. But currently, that bill is still being reviewed. Local anti-drug organization Drug Free Manatee seems to be on board with Buchanan by not promoting this treatment.
We feel that there has never been a controlled study on the treatment of marijuana for PTSD. So we are advocating for a full-on study, a long-term study for the entire VA population.
Reason being, the substance one drug cannot be administered by the VA to active duty military or veterans, since both are overseen by federal government. Currently, doctors at the VA treat PTSD with a cocktail of drugs targeting different symptoms.
They get medicated for their pain if they've been wounded with opiates, for depression with an antidepressant, something for their anxiety, something for their sleep, and a boatload of other meds.
I think I was on almost every antipsychotic there was. I was suicidal, and I literally had a 38, and I was going to pull the trigger, and I went, I'll wait till tomorrow.
Currently, the VA estimates that up to 20% of veterans from the conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, 10% of Gulf War veterans, and 30% of Vietnam War veterans suffer from PTSD. One medical marijuana dispensary in Tampa says those numbers can't be ignored, and cannabis treatment is vital for those suffering.
There is valid evidence and valid research to show that this medication can absolutely be beneficial and part of the choice for our active and returning military. Our indica products help with anxiety specifically, and they help with sleep specifically, whereas our sativa products are more uplifting.
Bob Jordan says taking a puff was the difference between life and death.
Do you think cannabis may have saved your life?
Yes. I got to be really, really careful about this because I don't, because I was suicidal.
In 2010, the VA did acknowledge that cannabis was a valid treatment option for veterans in states where medical marijuana is legal, even though recognizing cannabis as a drug with potential medical value would only be a small victory. It would still be better than the current situation for veterans in Florida suffering with PTSD.
They're fighting for freedom, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Healthcare is a basic pursuit of happiness.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, it's absolutely heartbreaking, and quite frankly, it's ridiculous. I don't understand how you can ask someone to make the ultimate sacrifice and not give them every available treatment option when they return.
In Sarasota, Jacqueline Matter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
And speaking of the Department of Veterans Affairs, the department is dealing with a growing problem at its hospitals, a sharp increase in opioid theft. Federal authorities are stepping up investigations at VA hospitals. Since 2009, there's been an increase in this theft, missing prescriptions, and unauthorized drug use by VA employees. According to government data, doctors, nurses, and pharmacy staff siphoned away controlled substances for their own use or for street sale, or for drugs intended for patients. It disappeared. Aggravating the problem is that some VA hospitals have been lax in tracking their drug supplies, even skipping monthly inspections.
A group of Suncoast veterans spent this President's Day reflecting on the sacrifices made by their fellow vets. Around 40 veterans from Sun City Center visiting the Patriot Plaza at Sarasota National Cemetery today. The group toured the facility and the monuments there. Some veterans we talked to say it was a bittersweet visit with emotions of sadness for those who have lost their lives, as well as overwhelming gratitude.
You can't imagine the emotion I feel for the fellows that I knew in the service, for my family that was in the service. It's just, and someday I'm going to be here. It's just a wonderful and yet a bittersweet emotion.
This is the second year the Community Foundation of Tampa Bay has organized this tour. Last year, only about 10 veterans participated.
Changes could be on the way for a popular scholarship program in Florida. The two legislators sponsoring companion bills want to change the criteria for the Bright Futures Scholarship Program. They want the students must complete a minimum of 15 volunteer service work hours each semester in order to maintain eligibility. The current scholarship renewal guidelines only specify requirements for credit hours and grade point average.
Florida Power and Light once again making some history with the opening of 3 new solar energy centers here on the Suncoast. FPL is celebrating its 1 million new solar panels. The 3 new centers located in Manatee, DeSoto, and Charlotte counties. Each can generate power to run about 45,000 homes. As part of the celebration, FPL held an opening ceremony and a student competition where kids from all over the state showcased their cooking skills using solar energy. And officials say their goal is to focus on the big picture.
I mean, we're producing power today with no emissions from these panels right behind me, and they're using no water, and it's going into the grid.
At today's ceremony, FP&L also announced plans to build 8 more solar centers in the coming years. And they had plenty of sun to do all of that.
Yes,
today,
they did. They picked the right day for that.
Let's get over to Bob for more.
High solar day today. Yes, a beautiful day for a lot of the school children who had the day off. A lot of them went to the beaches too. The roads were packed out to all the beaches here up and down the coast. And currently we have sunshine 75 and the dew point 62. Winds are out of the west at 9. The pressure actually still pretty high at 30.06 inches, but that will slowly erode as a result of a storm system headed our way. Right now, we are anticipating temperatures to cool down only into the mid-60s by 11 o'clock tonight. And just a few clouds are anticipated, the high variety of clouds from a system that's located way out here in the Gulf of Mexico. You can see some of those high clouds spilling off toward the east. That's blow off from the storms that are moving through parts of Texas tonight and Louisiana. We'll talk more about this system and how it will change our weather coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to a developing story in the Los Angeles area where a police officer was killed in a shootout. Police say another officer and a suspected gang member were also injured. Authorities say it started when the suspect crashed a stolen vehicle into 2 other vehicles this morning. Police say when officers arrived, they went around the corner to talk to the suspect. That's when he opened fire, hitting both officers. At least one of them returned fire, hitting the suspect. One officer was pronounced dead at a nearby hospital. The other officer and the suspect are both expected to survive.
Now to new video out of an airport attack that killed the half-brother of North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un. Japanese TV released the grainy images from the Kuala Lumpur airport. It shows a woman approaching Kim Jong-nam from behind, grabbing him and covering his face with a cloth. Police believe that cloth was laced with poison. Moments later, the video shows Kim Jong-nam pleading for help and then suffering a seizure. He died on the way to the hospital. Nam's corpse is still at a hospital morgue. Malaysian authorities are requesting a DNA sample from the family before releasing the body. North Koreans now going on the attack.
The request for the DNA sample from the family of the deceased is a preposterous one. Where can we find out the precedent that the body of the deceased with clear citizenship is released after the DNA sample is provided?
Malaysian police also released photos of 11 suspects they believe are connected to the assassination.
Well, President's Day has in the past been marked with department store sales, a day off from school and work, but this year across the country, Not My President's Day protests against President Trump's administration are taking place.
And late this afternoon, President Trump decided who will be his next national security advisor. ABC's Lana Zach has more from Washington.
Not My President protests attracting thousands from the nation's capital to cities across America.
I thought it could get worse, and every day gets worse.
To Atlanta and Chicago.
We're a month into this administration, and you have this many people still out in the streets protesting because they're concerned about their country.
Thousands turning out for the fifth straight week of protests following the inauguration of President Trump, who insists that all is going smoothly in his administration.
You've seen what we've accomplished in a very short period of time. The White House is running so smoothly.
Trump supporters who ventured into the crowd feel the president is not getting a fair shake.
I think it's a bit of a bumpy start, but nothing like the media makes it out.
And President Trump continues today to lash out against the media on Twitter. But at the same time, in Europe, Vice President Pence says their administration is committed to the freedom of the press.
Both the president and I strongly support a free and independent press. But you can anticipate that the president and all of us will continue to call out the media when they play fast and loose with the facts.
But the importance of getting the facts right is the message being sent by Sweden's prime minister after President Trump incorrectly suggested there might have been a terrorist attack in Sweden over the weekend.
We must all take responsibility for using facts correctly and for verifying any information that we spread.
President Trump announced his replacement national security advisor will be H.R. McMaster. He is also expected to reveal a new travel ban and executive order on immigration sometime this week. Those are just two of the issues that have been galvanizing protesters today. Lana Zach, ABC News, Washington.
Turns out President Trump isn't the only one taking to social media to voice his opinions, but could arguments on Facebook and Twitter be taking a toll on your mental health? The American Psychological Association reports more than half of U.S. adults, regardless of party, felt very or somewhat stressed by this election. Pew Research reports about a quarter of social media users changed their settings to see fewer posts from someone because of something related to politics. One Suncoast psychologist says he's seen more patients come in because of anxiety over politics.
There's an extraordinary amount of stress that's happening in families because of the election. It is easier to type something without any cost or consequence.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, we'll hear from a local Republican and Democrat who both say they've had enough and are ready to find some common ground.
As the country celebrates President's Day, a new tribute to John F. Kennedy. In recognition of the centennial year of John F. Kennedy's birth, the U.S. Postal Service has unveiled the JFK Forever Stamp. The unveiling ceremony took place inside a packed JFK Presidential Library and Museum in Boston. The Forever Stamp features an iconic 1960 photograph by Ted Spiegel of Kennedy campaigning for president in Seattle. The stamp will be available nationwide in post offices starting tomorrow. That's a good one. That photo, who hasn't seen that photo?
Yeah, a classic one.
Right.
Now, forever known.
Right.
On our mail. Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, storing prescription drugs safely.
The mistakes some parents are making when storing drugs and keeping them out of the reach of kids.
More on Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts on Suncoast View. How to be heart healthy at every stage of life. Plus, a local girl sings for Bon Jovi and Dolce Italia in the kitchen. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s, plus incredible savings on move-in ready homes. Come tour 6 designer models. This is the time of your life. Make it island time at Harbor Isle. Go to mintofla.com now.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
As the only certified surgeon of excellence in metabolic and bariatric surgery in the area, Dr. Joseph Chepley has performed more than 1,300 successful bariatric surgeries. Join us on ABC7 News from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 23rd. Dr. Joseph Chepley and his talented staff will be taking your phone calls as we discuss what makes someone a good candidate for surgery and the different options available to patients in our area. Thursday, February 23rd.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
They're the pills that are present in millions of U.S. households, but could the way you store them be putting your kids at a deadly risk? With more, here's ABC News senior medical contributor Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Prescription painkillers, powerful, popular, and potentially deadly to kids. And young children who find these pills in the home all too often unintentionally poison themselves. And among adolescents and teens, opioid painkillers are the second most commonly abused illicit drug. All reasons that a new study today should give every parent pause. Johns Hopkins researchers surveyed nearly 700 parents, asking them whether they stored their prescription painkillers safely in a place with a lock or a latch. Among parents who had only young children in the house, 2 out of 3 admitted they did not store these drugs safely. And for parents of adolescents and teens, barely 1 in 9 stored these potent drugs in a safe place. A small study, but one that points to a chilling possibility that millions of American children are at risk of poisoning or overdose. The message for parents: lock up those meds. It's a simple step that could save your child's life. With this Medical Minute, I'm Dr. Timothy Johnson.
Now we'll head over to Bobby to check on this lovely forecast.
A lot of people had the day off today. It was gorgeous out there on this President's Day. The children enjoying the beaches and outdoor activities all up and down the Sun Coast due to the high pressure ridge. And this is looking out at the Lakewood Ranch toward Legacy Golf Course. And you can see just a few high clouds now and again. Perfect out there. And temperatures really warm. In fact, just a couple degrees shy of setting records today here along the Sun Coast. Well, there are some changes on the way. This system out to the west of us now is developing, and the forecast models do suggest that this area of low pressure will eventually move into our area on Wednesday and bringing with it some clouds and a good chance for some much needed rainfall. Right now, some big storms moving off to the east right now throughout Louisiana, and not much going on here. All is quiet with the exception of that sea breeze, which is now continuing to move into the east now, and looks like we will see mild temperatures tonight. Right now it's 75 at Sarasota, 72 in Venice, Bradenton now 76 with sunshine being reported at all 3 of those weather stations. 83 degrees the high, just 2 degrees shy of the record. So it got up pretty warm even at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport before that sea breeze kicked in and cooled things down about 8 degrees or so. 57 was the morning low, that too running high. And as far as the rainfall goes, no rainfall to report today. And we've had some rainfall over the weekend, some moderate to heavy rainfall at times, but We'll see that again on Wednesday. 72 in Jacksonville, 81 in Orlando, 74 now in Miami, 75 in Key West. And temperature still in the 80s in places like Omayaca City and Wauchula and Punta Gorda, but right near the coast, a little bit cooler there. And that's the sea breeze, as I mentioned. Gulf water temperature now is 71 degrees. Tomorrow's winds will be anywhere from 5 to 10, sometimes getting a little bit above that, but not much. And the sea breeze developing in the afternoon, bringing that onshore flow just a little bit. And no real threat of any significant rainfall on Tuesday, although we will see a little bit of increase in cloudiness as a result of the storms moving in from the west to the east, to at least the high tops of those storms being blown off and carried in our direction. But still warm, upper 70s. There'll be some 80s around too, especially places like Lakewood Ranch, Parrish, Wauchula, and Arcadia. Well, here's the forecast showing a little bit more cloudiness tomorrow, maybe a little bit of patchy fog in the morning. And then here comes the low pressure area. It's not really a cold front. We're not going to cool down behind this, similar to what we saw on Saturday night. This is going to bring us rainfall, showers, and a few thunderstorms, but not any cold air headed our way because it's more of a west to east storm as opposed to a north to south storm. Well, across the U.S., things are quiet throughout most of Texas and throughout the northern New England states, but the story, as we've told you, has been out west, where yet another storm system is just hammering California with heavy rain and snow in the Sierra Nevada range, and that rainfall has been heavy at times, and just a steady stream of moisture and storms lined up there in the Pacific. This isn't quite over yet. As far as temperatures go around the U.S., well, it's not too bad. You think about it. Chicago, it's 68, 76 right now into St. Louis, so it's warmer there than it is in Sarasota. Currently 65 in Washington, I should say, 42 in Boston, and 57 degrees in Albuquerque. Forecast for boaters tomorrow: southeast winds change to the southwest in the afternoon. 10 knots. Seas will be 1 to 2 feet, and the water temperature is 71 degrees. UV index will be high tomorrow, and high tide at 7:02, low tide at 4:07. Sunset will be at 6:25, sunrise at 7:02. Tonight, a warm evening and mostly fair skies. Low temperatures right around 60. Tomorrow, look for a little bit more cloudiness around, but still warm. Above average temperatures up and down the coast. East winds with a sea breeze developing in the afternoon. The extended forecast does call for an 80% chance for rain on Wednesday, clearing out on Thursday, and staying pretty warm right after that. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. Now the Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is still backed up on I-75 in the northbound lanes from Bee Ridge Road north to University Parkway.
Amazon says it plans to hire more workers in Britain this year. The e-commerce giant says it's looking to hire 5,000 people in the UK for all kinds of positions, including software developers, engineers, and technicians. Amazon already employs about 19,000 full-time workers in Britain. The announcement is the latest sign the tech firm's plans to invest in Britain despite the country's exit from the European Union. Google and Facebook previously announced plans to open new offices in London.
The jackpot for the Powerball lottery just keeps getting bigger. No one won Saturday's multi-state drawing, so the top prize for this Wednesday night's Powerball is $403 million. Whoever wins the jackpot can choose to take their winnings either in a lump sum cash payment or an annuity paid out over 29 years. The lump sum payment after taxes is nearly $244 million. And remember, you can watch the Powerball drawing live right here on ABC7, right before the 11 o'clock news.
Yeah, maybe wait till it gets to half a billion.
Right, like last time when it was over $1 billion, and crazy. Yeah.
Entertainment news is next.
Way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKZ Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Are you considering joint replacement or revision surgery? Consider this. Dr. Edward Stolarski has performed thousands of successful joint replacement procedures and trained surgeons from all over the world. Using advanced technologies, Dr. Stolarski is able to perform some of the most complex surgeries.
I wish I knew about Dr. Stolarski much sooner. After the surgery, I don't have any pain. It's like I've got a 16-year-old hip.
My name's Ed Stolarski. What I really do is I give people back their life.
Schedule a consultation today.
As the only certified surgeon of excellence in metabolic and bariatric surgery in the area, Dr. Joseph Chepley has performed more than 1,300 successful bariatric surgeries. Join us on ABC7 News from 5 to 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, February 23rd. Dr. Joseph Chepley and his talented staff will be taking your phone calls as we discuss what makes someone a good candidate for surgery and the different options available to patients in our area. Thursday, February 23rd.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Angelina Jolie is opening up about her divorce and family situation.
The actress spoke with the BBC as part of a promotion of a new movie she directed and produced. Jolie says she's coping with the divorce to Brad Pitt by focusing on her children, and she's trying to find a way to make the family stronger through it. The couple broke up in September. They have 6 children together.
Sidney Poitier is celebrating his 90th birthday today. The screen legend was the first African-American to win an Oscar for Best Actor thanks to his work in 1963 movie Lilies of the Field. He followed that success with a string of hits, including To Sir with Love, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, and In the Heat of the Night. In 2002, Poitier received an honorary Oscar for his achievements, and 7 years later, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
I love this story. Country star Eric Church canceling more than 25,000 tickets to his spring tour that were purchased by scalpers. Church is now making those seats available to fans for purchase. Church has canceled purchases from scalpers before, but this is the largest group of tickets he's tried to keep off the secondary market. Those tickets will be released tomorrow for purchase for the remaining stops on Church's Holdin' My Own tour.
A hot new accessory for those of you who want to step up your Snapchat game. You can now buy Snapchatting sunglasses online. Snap, which operates Snapchat, says its spectacles are available for $130. The sunglasses let you film snaps at the touch of a button. The videos are then saved on your Snapchat app and then can be later edited and shared. The sunglasses were launched last November, but until now they were only available in certain vending machines called Snap Bots. $130? They look a little weird.
Because it's so difficult just to hold up your phone.
Right. What's so hard about it? Because we need more ways to take photos of ourselves. That's what we need in this world, more selfies. So.
Documenting our lives.
Right.
Yeah.
We think we have enough devices already, right? We'll be right back.